Did you know that there was once a time when individuals with various physical and intellectual disabilities were completely excluded from all means of education and inclusion? Hi, I'm Emma Morgul, and I'm a special education major, and today I'm going to share some information with you about what life was like before special education was a thing, how it came to be, and what it looks like now. First, I'm going to explain what things were like before special education came to be. Special education has not always been around, and the road to getting it to where it is today has been very long, very complicated, and has faced many adversities. According to an article published by a Resilient Educator, before crucial legislation became law, few children with disabilities received an adequate education. They frequently suffered discrimination and isolation. Special education evolved through the efforts of research, litigation, legislation, and advocacy. It has developed from a time when individuals with disabilities were unvalued entirely to having more opportunities, accommodations, and inclusion than ever before. Special education did not come to the forefront of education until 1975, when the passage of the original legislation, known then as the Education for All Handicapped Children, EHA, was passed. The legislation was modified several times over the course of over 30 years and was not reauthorized until 2004 to 2006. It was then called the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA. According to an article published by IDEA website titled A History of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, the reauthorization called for early intervening services for children not currently identified as needing special education, but who needed additional academic and behavioral support to succeed in the general education environment. Greater accountability and improved educational outcomes, and raised standards for instructors who teach special education classes. IDEA enforced stipulations on how public school systems and teachers should meet and regulate the additional needs for special needs students. Ultimately, IDEA mandated that all children, regardless of any disabilities or circumstances, have the right to a free and appropriate education, or FAPE. Next, I'm going to talk about what special education is like now and how it came to be this way. The opportunities available for students with special needs have drastically improved in comparison to what they were decades ago and continue to improve. The COVID-19 outbreak in 2020 has changed the way that special education looks on many levels due to the complicated stipulations and adjustments that have had to be made. According to an article published by Public School Review, under IDEA, special needs students are entitled to these services, which means families are entitled to compensatory services that special education students didn't receive during the pandemic. This included one-on-one working with teachers and staff. This included teachers coming to students' homes, students being able to leave and experience new things, and things like that. Schools are still working out the details for what this compensation will look like. Finally, the world of special education would not be where it is today without the powerful development of the laws and regulations put in place to prioritize and protect the education of those with disabilities. I have a younger brother named Ashton who has autism. It is so wild to me to think that if he had just been born 50 or 60 years earlier, his life and educational opportunities would have been entirely different and almost completely limited. Thanks to acts like IDEA, Ashton now has so many more opportunities within the realm of education and lifestyle than he would before the Individuals with Disability Education Act. The evolution of special education has been a long and complicated journey, only furthered by those who have valued inclusion and the right to equal education. I have now explained to you what education looked like for people with special needs before the establishment of special education, how special education came to be, and what it looks like today. I really enjoyed giving this speech to you all and sharing this information with you, and I really hope that everyone was able to learn something from it. Thank you.